So I've been using Android for the past week, and I gotta be honest, I kinda like it. What's up guys, I'm Benji from Fanboy, and welcome back to another video. This is the third time recording this because first time camera died, second time microphone wasn't working, so hopefully third time's the charm. So as I said at the start of this video, I've been using Android for the past week. If you guys didn't miss my video from last week, I announced that I was going to be putting away my iPhone 10 for a week and switching to a $50 super budget Android phone. And that didn't really go well. Halfway through the week, fortunately, the phone that GearBest sent me arrived, the CUSTOMISATION P20, and this is a stock Android smartphone running Android 8.0. To be honest, this is a really good phone. I've got a full review coming on this in the next few weeks. I just need a couple more days of testing this before I can give you guys a full review. But in today's video, I'll be giving you guys kind of like a review of Android. Because I've been using Android for the past week, I have now gained a bit more knowledge and experience with Android. And I thought I would share with you guys the good things about Android, the bad things about Android, and yes, there's also some ugly things about Android. Alright, so right off the bat, let's talk about the good things about Android. What I liked about it and what I wish iOS had. So, number one is the UI. I really like the UI with Android. Overall, the design looks very nice and clean and also minimal. I mean, even the status bar looks very nice. I'm in love with those icons in the status bar. They look really good. Also, of course, an awesome thing about Android that you don't get on iOS unless you jailbreak is customization. And honestly, customizing an Android phone is way easier than jailbreaking an iPhone. I mean, you don't even need to root the Android device to customize it. It's that good. So for example, some things you can customize is you can customize the sound of your notifications. That's something really cool. You can also customize the icons, so you can download skins from the Google Play Store and put them on your icons basically. You can also install custom launchers, so you can actually make an Android phone look like an iPhone. You can also install tweaks that will allow you to, for example, like use the fingerprint sensor to open the control center and stuff. And you can literally customize any Android phone like as much as you want. It's really good. Another thing I've really grown to love is the ability to adjust the speed of your animations. And with Android, if you turn on developer mode, you can actually customize it. You can have it be slow, like 5 times slower than normal, and you can also like cancel the animations completely, which looks a bit bizarre. That's why I still have my animations turned on, but I have them on like the lowest setting. You can also add cool animations for when you lock your device, for when you open apps, when you scroll on the home screen. So literally, if you're familiar with jailbreaking, you can do pretty much the same stuff without having to jailbreak or anything on any version of Android using the Google Play Store. Another thing I like is how many options you have for unlocking your phone. You can unlock it using the fingerprint sensor if your phone has one. You can use facial recognition. For some reason, it doesn't work on this one. I've tried installing it and everything, and it doesn't work. You can also train your phone into recognizing your voice, and when your screen is on, like on the lock screen, you can say, "Hello, Google," and it will actually unlock your phone, which is really cool. And of course, you also have the classic pattern and passcode to unlock the phone. You can also have it always be unlocked at a specific location. So maybe if you live at home on your own, then maybe you want it to stay unlocked when you're at home alone. And it's really cool, especially for me, going from an iPhone that only unlocks using your face or your passcode and moving on to something that has more than that is actually pretty cool. Another really good thing about Android is multitasking. It is really good at multitasking. You have split screen app multitasking, which is very useful. You also have picture-in-picture, so you can be watching a YouTube video while scrolling on Twitter and also maybe searching something on Wikipedia at the same time. Another thing I don't like about iOS is the fact that you don't really have that much choice when it comes to multitasking, but with Android, there's so many more options. Another thing I've grown to love is the haptic feedback when typing on the keyboard. It's really cool, and I'm kind of sad this isn't on iOS because the Taptic engine on the iPhone is just amazing. It's weird now when I type on my iPhone that it doesn't vibrate. It's a little weird. So those are the things I like about Android, at least a few of them. There is more that I can't think of at the moment. And also, I bet the more I use Android, the more I will like it, and the more features I'll find that I like. But Android isn't all butterflies and lollipops. It's got some bad stuff in it as well. So, first thing I don't like is the keyboard. GBOARD is absolutely atrocious. It is terrible. Now, this isn't just an issue on Android, it's also terrible on iOS. It's not terrible because of how it works. It's terrible because of the autocorrect. Autocorrect on GBOARD, man, it is horrible. I mean, it's one of those things that you want to be gone, but sometimes you really, really need it. So I haven't turned the autocorrect off just because I sometimes find it useful, but sometimes I'm just typing a sentence on Twitter and I post the tweet, and then like a couple of hours later I get people replying and they're like, yo, well, what do you mean? And then I find out I spelt like 2 words wrong because of GBOARD. Even though I have typed them in right, it autocorrects them to something completely different. It's so annoying. Anyway, moving on, second thing I don't like is RAM management. Now, yes, this phone isn't like a flagship or anything. It's only got 4 GB of RAM, but RAM management is horrible. For example, when I clear out all of my applications from the app switcher, it turns out that it's still using 2 GB of my RAM. Even though all of the apps are closed. I don't know why the software takes up 2 GB of RAM while I'm not using it. It makes absolutely no sense. And that's why a lot of Android OEMs like OnePlus and Samsung include 8 GB of RAM in their phones, because RAM management on Android is trash. Okay, so we've talked about the good things, we've talked about the bad things, but there's some things that were really, really bad, and some may call ugly. First thing is notifications. I absolutely hate notifications on Android. It is horrible. I have no idea who designed the notification center on Android. It is terrible. Like, you open up the notification center and everything is so cluttered in there. And also, group notifications isn't the easiest thing to access. And I mean, even on the lock screen, the notifications are always on the lock screen. They don't go away. Like, something I like about iOS is when I unlock my phone and I start using it and I lock my phone again, all the notifications aren't visible on the lock screen. You have to like swipe up to see them. And on Android, when you swipe up, it just prompts you for the passcode or whatever. Another thing I hate about the notifications on Android is the fact that Android system alerts keep annoying me. Even though I turned the notifications off, they always come back. Like, for example, right now, it's telling me that NordVPN, the VPN I use on a regular basis, is running in the background. Of course the VPN is running in the background. It's a flipping VPN. Like, VPNs run in the background normally. If they don't, then what's the point of them? And like, the fact that there's no way to dismiss it, and like pretty much the only way to dismiss it is to go into the app and like turning it off or something, is so annoying. I like it on iOS that I can just clear all my notifications by 3D touching on the X and then just clearing all the notifications and they're all gone. I mean, here on Android, you have the clear all button, but it doesn't really clear all of them if you have Android system alerts in there. It is honestly something that is annoying me so much. There's no way of turning it off that I know of. I've also asked on Twitter and people are like, oh, you need to delete the app. Like, that's not a solution. It is honestly so annoying, but something that's even more annoying is the fact that I don't get notifications sometimes. For example, this morning, I had a driving lesson. I was going into the messages app to message my driving instructor because I thought he was like a minute late. I went into the messages and I found out he messaged me like a minute before I opened the app. And I never received a notification for that. Also, the other day I uploaded a brand new video. I didn't receive notifications for comments. I was like, huh, I wonder if anybody actually commented on this video and I haven't received a notification. I go into the YouTube Creator Studio app and I have like 5 or 6 comments which didn't come through on notifications, and then I replied to them and everything. And then I went out of the app and like 5 minutes later I start getting the notifications for those comments. Notifications on Android are horrible. They're worse than iOS. People say iOS notifications are terrible. No, you're wrong. Android notifications are far worse, and Android notifications are not good whatsoever. You can say whatever you want, but from my experience, Android and notifications don't go well together. Another thing that I hate about Android is the lack of app optimization. And don't come at me and say, Benji, come on, you're using a $150 Android phone. No, because I've heard the same thing from other people with like a Pixel 2 XL and Samsung Galaxy S9s and stuff. The lack of optimization on Android is very, very bad. Let's take the YouTube Creator Studio, for example. An app that's made by Google. Google own Android. No, it doesn't work. The Creator Studio app is garbage on Android. For example, the other day, I was logged into my Benobi Tech account on Creator Studio. I switched over to my Benobi 2000 account, my main channel, because I wanted to see if anybody commented on one of the latest videos over there. I go over there, a couple people have commented, and I went to reply, and for some reason, I couldn't heart the comment. It kept saying error every time I hearted a comment. And not just that, that's not the bad part. The bad part is, when I replied to the comment, it showed that Benobi Tech replied to the comment instead of Benobi 2000. How does that even happen? And it's not just this phone, because I've tried other Android phones, and exact same problem. Now, of course, Google could come out with an update tomorrow to fix this, but I highly doubt they're going to fix it anytime soon. Honestly, optimization overall on Android is not very good. Some apps don't run well, and Android is not well optimized for phones, apart from the Pixel. Anyway, guys, those are my thoughts on Android. I've actually really enjoyed using it for the past week. There have been a lot of good things about it, and also, of course, the bad and the ugly things about it. I really enjoyed trying a different software. I'm basically trying something new, trying a new world, and like kind of stepping out of the walled garden that is the Apple ecosystem. I've grown to appreciate Android a bit more, and it has a lot more potential, and it's a lot better than what I thought. I was quick to judge. I didn't really try Android as much as I would have had to, but now that I've tried it a bit, I kind of know what I'm talking about. And who knows, maybe I'll be able to get a Pixel 3 when it comes out and try that for a week. And I'll probably send it back, but you know, just to try. And other than that, that is pretty much it for this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to smash that like button down below. And also, if you didn't, and you hate me now because I hate Android, then that other button works as well. And of course, let me know in the comment section below if you prefer Android or iOS and why. Let me know in the comment section below. And also, if you're new around here and you haven't already, be sure to smash that subscribe button down below and ring the bell so that you'll be notified every time I upload a video. You can get to my videos early and you won't miss an upload. But for now, guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Benji, and I'll catch you guys in the very next video.